I be honest with you? I wanted to be a beginner. I thought it would be so exciting, like a fresh start, but it actually felt confusing, lonely, and harder than I expected. The truth is, when you start something, no one talks about the part where you don't know what you're doing and you still have to show up every time, ideally. So, if you're also starting something new, but you feel behind, you feel overwhelmed, you feel confused, unsure, or just questioning yourself, girl, please sit with me. This video is for you. No video. In truth, being a beginner is uncomfortable in a way I didn't really expect it. And it's not just because you don't know what you're doing, you don't know if you're doing the right thing. You're gonna question your abilities, you're gonna compare yourself, you're gonna wonder what is supposed to do. It's kind of that ambiguous, that gray zone that we have no idea. And it's almost as you wonder if other people know something you don't. So it's kind of a very funny situation because, in truth, everybody's just faking that they know it, assuming that others know it, but in truth, no one knows what exactly is going on, but everybody's faking it. Anyway, back to the video. The thing is, I felt this big hardship, let's say, once I started YouTube. Every video, it's literally like a full project. It's just coming up with an idea. You have to do research if the idea works. You have to know what is out there, SEO words for better search. And then you have to do the writing, the filming, the editing, the designing, the thumbnail. And don't get me wrong, I decided. I made a choice. However, doing it without knowing if it's gonna work, that's hard. But don't get me wrong, being a beginner is not about failing. It's not about not knowing it. It's honestly about being in the learning phase, ironically. And that phase feels uncomfortable by design. People romanticizing on the internet, they're lying to us, in truth. But not me. I'm gonna be 100% real with you. What helped me reframe this situation is back in 2025, a year ago. Oh my God. I always wanted to start my precision nutrition certification, which is pretty much for me to become a nutritional coach. And in that book, they talk a lot about embracing the beginner's mindset. And the idea is very simple. Being a beginner isn't about being sad, it's about being the learning phase. It's about being curious and embracing this journey and really just diving into it. It's about accepting that we are in the beginning phase and be brave to go and ask the questions. And hey, if you made a mistake, well, I'm a beginner. So, and in truth, learning isn't a straight equation like we learn in math class. But school projects that the learning curve is straight, right? We graduate one thing and then we go to another one. We're climbing up this stair. And in truth, we are. But the learning curve doesn't follow the way the educational system is placed on. The learning curve is in truth messy. We will improve, we'll get stuck, we'll feel terrible about it. It's pretty much we will improve, but then you will hit a little bump and then we're gonna feel pretty stuck. But then the good news, we're gonna improve again and then we're gonna climb up again. But then guess what? That's the beauty of the learning curve and having the beginner's mindset is that we are in a continuous evolution. If you start a project, if you are in university, if you're starting your own YouTube channel, or you want to be more present online, well, you consider yourself as beginner, right? This is why I invited you to have this beginner mindset and flip the situation. I personally think the best ways to understand how to flip a situation is to actually see how it looks in real life. So I actually want to share three things that has generally helping me as a beginner and how I'm applying them. Start smaller than you think. Oftentimes, when something feels like overwhelming and very just you don't want to start, it's not because you're lacking motivation, it's most likely because of your scale. Your goal might be just a bit too big. For example, Whenever I'm studying for an exam, once I sit, my goal isn't to go and revise the entire course in 3 hours. No, because that would just be paralyzing. That would just not be exciting at all. Instead, I like to break down into small chunks of times. And let's say I will give myself 40 minutes of deep focus, even less if that's all that I can do. And in that moment, I will focus into one subject, into one concept, even. And that's it. It's one subject, not the entire notebook. Same thing can be applied to projects and work. It's like when you check down things into small, more clear actions, it's easier to know where and how to start. You get the idea? In truth, small actions reduce overwhelm because the image is clear, the steps are clear. Your brain knows where to start and where he will get. We know the start line and the finish line. Easier. And remember, just starting 15 minutes gives you that momentum, and momentum keeps you going. It stops the paralysis, stops the procrastination. Let learning be messy. I'm going to repeat that again. Let learning be messy. This one is important because we don't normalize it enough. Learning is messy, please. Again, the learning curve is not linear, right? It's not. The progress, it's confusing, right? We're gonna have confusion, we're gonna have doubts, we're gonna have uncertainty, we're gonna have clarity. It's in truth all mixed together. And I get it. It's uncomfortable to be messy. I felt that when I started my YouTube channel. Since I'm in school, I gave myself a goal to make a video bank for while I will be in school and especially moments where I will be on my midterms. And guess what? I have changed completely the direction of my channel because it just didn't feel aligned anymore with where I was with my life and the kind of message that truly speaks to me. So all that work, the bank video that I done, it was a bit useless. At first it felt like I was going backwards. I had put in so many hours, so much effort into making those videos, and suddenly I had flipped it. So I'm going back to level 0. But in reality, I realized that I just gained clarity. And with that, I realized that those ups and downs, those confusions, those doubts, they don't necessarily mean we are wrong or there's something wrong. They mean we're learning and they are part of the progress. And they help us to understand things better. And most important, to get clarity. So trust the progress, babe. Forget confidence. Confidence who? Girl, we are just not gonna even care if confidence is with us. Because in truth, confidence will not come before doing something you have never done before. There's literally no logic in that. So, why do we keep hoping that we get confidence to do something that we have never done? Again, back to step one, remember? We have never done something. So, our brain cannot even see the trajectory. So, how can we expect our brain to be confident when he doesn't even know the trajectory that we're supposed to do? You get what I'm talking about? So, I'm asking, why are we waiting for it? I didn't feel confident out of university last semester at all. And to add on that, I don't feel confident for my midterms right now either. I'm not saying this to dismotivate us or anyone. I get why confidence is not there. It's because I'm doing things a completely new way. I literally changed my way of studying. It's not at all like I did last semester. It's not at all as anything I have ever done before. And the most important and biggest factor here, what I'm studying, it's something I have never done before. So I can't know if they're good yet. The biggest proof in my case would be my results. Happily, university has a very direct way to inform you if your habits are working. Let's put it that way. And also if they are not. It's a bit clear. Some other aspects of life, some other projects can be a bit trickier to see it. But those indicators are not dictating about you. Just remember, beginner's mindset. We're gonna have ups and downs. It just means that we need to go back into those confusions, those doubts, to then get the clarity. Getting back to the confidence point, you probably heard if you watched any other video, if you talked with any other person when talking about confidence. And when we don't have it, you probably heard the phrase, fake it till you make it. I want us to use that because confidence is literally that, girl. In truth, confidence comes from repetition, from doing the thing over and over and over again until it becomes normal. I'm trying to think of an example. Let's literally go back on time when you were a baby once upon a time and you walked for the first time. You most likely don't remember it. You were probably not very confident on that, but you kept doing it and you kept repeating it over and over and over again. That now you walk fairly well, I presume it. You should know how to walk, and we can even start running, right? So the idea with the confidence is that the more that we do it, the more that thing becomes so normal that we're not even realizing that it once it wasn't there. We don't need confidence to start. You will build confidence by just starting. So if you're a beginner right now, I really wanted to hear this because this would have been something I would appreciate if someone had told me too. You're not late, you're not failing, and mostly important, you're exactly where learning happens. And that's okay. You're doing good. You're doing enough. Hell, we are doing enough. Yeah, we are. And thank you so much for watching this video. But before you go, I invite you to embrace your own beginner's mindset and share your experience with me. I will see you in the next video. Bye. That was a fun one. Let's hope it hits hard. Let's just hope.